All right. What's up, everybody? You are welcome. Welcome back to Live Growth with Olafisoye again. I guess it's been a while we met here, right? And I am super excited to have us here again for another wonderful session. I really believe, especially if you're a business person, I believe that you have so much to learn in today's session. I mean, so much to learn in today's session. So I want you to do well. If you are right live now, I want you to do well to share. All right. Go and invite somebody. Go and invite somebody who is looking out to start up as an entrepreneur or want to start anything. All right. The idea or the lessons you will be learning today, I believe it's going to be useful if you are starting out anything at all. All right. My guests today will be sharing their stories. All right. How they started and how God has helped them thus far. All right. I believe it's going to be a wonderful story. It's going to be a wonderful time whereby you are going to learn a lot. Okay, so once again, my name is Olafisoye, and I'm so much excited to have you here again. The last time, what did we even talk about the last time? I guess the last time we spoke about leadership. Was it leadership? I remember I invited Mr. Shola Kenny, to speak to us, and I believe that was a very wonderful session. All right. Today it's going to be powerful. Today I brought maybe what the Bible called two-edged sword. So I have two guests today from different industries, and I tell you the truth. All right, you will learn a lot. I know I'm going to learn a lot. And for you that you are watching this now, for those of you that you'll be watching after now, I believe this is going to be a major turning point. All right. Um, you are going to learn a lot. I don't know. I'm saying you are going to learn a lot, learn a lot. But sincerely, that's the truth. You have so much to learn, and I believe as we'll go through being an entrepreneur or being a business person or even being a career person. All right. I believe there is always a saying or there is always a point of growth that we all should experience, how to pivot from where we are currently to where we are supposed to be. So I have two guests with me in studio. They're already in the studio now. I have Mr. Kelvin and Miss Olalde. All right, they will be talking to us for 10 minutes each. Then after their session, we are going to have questions. We are going to have Q&A session. All right. So if you have your questions, please, do well. Use the comment box, put in your question, and we are going to have a very wonderful time together. All right. Miss Olalde will be going for. All right. I'm going to, play a short video of our introduction. Then after now, you will definitely see Miss Olalde immediately. Then after Miss Olalde, I'm going to bring up Mr. Kelvin for a session. Then after his session, we are going to have Q&A session, and I believe you're always interested in a Q&A session. All right. I know the Q&A session. If you have any question, I know we did a poll on our WhatsApp community. If you've not joined our WhatsApp community, please feel free, join the WhatsApp community. I'm going to add the link to the chat box. All right. Join the WhatsApp community. We did a poll, and some of you were interested in something specific from our guest for today. All right. So we are going to, our questions or our conversation will be targeted towards, the pool we did on our group. All right. So thank you so much. The next thing you'll be seeing now is going to be a video from Miss Olalde. See you soon.
Let's welcome Rolat-Abíola Olalde, a true multi-hyphenate entrepreneur making waves in Nigeria's event industry. As creative director of GEM Hostesses and Security, and lead planner at GEM Experience, she's built an impressive event staffing and planning company that now operates across 11 states. This Federal University of Technology Akure graduate proudly calls herself a market woman, a title she's earned since 2018 through hustle and vision. But don't let that fool you, she's constantly evolving, taking bold risks, and redefining what's possible in the events space.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me? Hello, good evening. My name is Rolat-Abíola Olalde, and it's really awesome. It's nice to be here this evening. I want to thank the organizer of this program, Mr. Ike John. I want to thank you for the privilege to be here, and I want to also thank you all for being here. Thank you for your time this evening. I want to dive in straight into why I am here. Who am I? My name is Olalde, and I am a young Nigerian, and I'm a businesswoman. I have been in the business space for years. Before I gained admission into school, I'd always had interest in business. When I get to introduce myself at every point in time, every time I get to tell my story, I always start with who I am, who am I, then why do I do the things I do. So who am I? My name is Olaide. I'm figuring out life, and I hope to learn more as I journey in this business world. So why do I do what I do? I'm an event planner and I run an event staffing company, Gem Experience and Gem Security. So what I do exactly is I plan events. So I plan events, I provide ushers for events, I coordinate events, I provide security, and I have been in this business for 5 years. I got in to this industry as an usher. I started out as an usher. Please, can we hear me? Okay, good. So I got in as an usher and I started building from there. So now I like drawing out a sketch of who am I. Who am I is beyond my name. Who am I? The answer to the question who am I is beyond my name, is beyond what I do, is what drives me. What drives me is what defines who I am. So meet Olaide, event planner, event hostess, event security person. So basically, I started my journey in the event industry far back as 2016 as an event hostess. I started working as an usher, and from there, I started my own agency. But way before then, I started the business of events due to the fact that I didn't want to be a burden at home. I come from a family where um, a strict family. My father provides what we need, but when it comes to wants, we don't have this. We don't have this access to meet him and tell him, "I want this, I want that." So I started finding my way in school, doing legit stuffs before I started my business. So why? My why? Why did I start business was survival. The main reason I started my business was survival. I didn't start events at first. I started with selling plantain chips in school. I sold plantain chips, I sold kilishi. When I was in 300 level, I became Airtel campus ambassador and I was giving Airtel sims to sell. So having to sell Airtel sim made me walk up to people and get to talk to people. I used to be a very shy person, but because I needed to survive, my why for starting a business was survival. So my why was survival. So I got to learn to speak to people, talk to people, and that was how I started building myself. So when I started my business as an event person, I started with an ushering agency, even though my big vision was to be an event planner. I knew I wanted to be an event planner, but I entered the event industry as an ushering agency. So I reached out to friends, I reached out to people I knew, and I told them about what I do. And my first referral came through a friend. From that friend, I started networking. I mean, the mindset I have going for any event is when I go for any event, every event I go for, I get to meet one or two people that would link me to my next big gig. So that is how it has been for me. So beyond events, I do copywriting, I write copies, I manage social media, and that's just basically who I am. So my why my why was just survival, but at some point in my life when I left school, I know I had to move my why for doing my business beyond survival to something more concrete, because I was moving from the point of just doing business to get something to eat, to get something, to buy something, to fix something, to something bigger, to be able to reach out to people, to be able to influence people, to have something I can fall back on, to be a blessing to others. So I had to change my why from survival to something bigger. I have a lot of whys for doing what I do right now, but I got to the stage in my life where I needed to change that why. So when I finished from school, I started my event business while in school. When I finished from school, I went for service, I met new people, and I continued my business. After service, I started looking for a job. I got a good number of offers, but I could not take them because if I was going to be taking some certain jobs, they're going to affect my business. And this is something I'm building. And the reason why I don't want to drop my business is because of the why. My why is no longer survival. My why has become building a community. My why has become influence. My why has become something I can fall back to. So my why is what kept me. My why was what helped me journey in my journey of business. My why initially was survival. When I was in school, I needed this, I needed that. I don't want to ask from home. But leaving school, I had to change my why. So that is all I did for you. So right now I manage event hostesses in different states. I have a team. As long as there's a university in any state, I set up a team. And that is because I believe there are opportunities everywhere. It just takes me to go and look for where it is and put myself out there. So beyond events, beyond ushering, I also provide event security. So every month I have a team of people that work at different clubs, lounges, and they handle security there. So overall, if there's anything I want you to take from my story is know your why. Doing business in Nigeria is not for the weak. You will start now, and at some point, you feel like everybody is doing what you are doing, and you're not getting the results you want. Rome was not built in a day. Just stay at it. Be consistent. Show up every day. When I started my business, I started with a 30 days posting challenge. I believe that if everybody in my circle know what I do, the person that is going to link me up to my big gig is likely from my contact. So for 30 days consecutively, when I started my business, I was posting every day. Even when I don't have jobs, I will post. I will tell you stories about things that happen at events. I was always gisting on my WhatsApp status about what I do, challenges we experience, and that's what made and the what I was doing in that in that at my beginning stage was trying to create a top of the mind marketing. Whenever you think about events, you think about me. So yes, my business was not doing very well when I just started. I was not getting the clients I wanted to get. But you see me posting. We'll do one event. We will snap a lot of pictures, and I'll tell you different stories about things that happened at the event. So I kept showing up. I kept pushing out what I could push out. So I was waiting for that one big client at the beginning of my business. I was waiting for that one big client that would pay me value for the hard work. And for a while, I was not getting it. I was not seeing the result I expected. There were agencies I was looking up to, but I was not seeing what I wanted. But I didn't stop. I started as an ushering agency, but my goal was to be an event planner. Sometimes we need a means to the end. We have a big vision. You want to build this big business empire, but you have to start from somewhere. You have to start with something. I'm a Christian, so I like going back to scriptures. When Jesus wanted to feed people, and he asked what was around, bread and fishes, five loaves of bread, two fishes. He broke it, he blessed it, and he multiplied. So I learned the mentality of start where you are, start with what you are, but be consistent. Keep showing up. When people think about, let them think about what you do. It does not have to make sense. It will not make sense at the beginning. It didn't make sense when I started my own ushering agency, when I said I'm going to have a team in 36 states in Nigeria. As long as there's a university in that state, I'll have a team. As long as there are young ladies looking for a side hustle every weekend, God is going to use my team. At some point, I turned it to a prayer point that God, because I'm going to bless some young ladies this weekend, I must get jobs. So it didn't make sense at the beginning, but I showed up. So if there's anything I want to take from my story is it does not have to make sense at the beginning. Just always show up, be consistent, let people think about what you do, and let them people think about the service or the goods or whatever you do and think about you. So I'm rounding up. There was this stunt I pulled. when I was in school, before I left school. So I got a plain t-shirt. I used to sell plain t-shirts. By the way, I did a lot of business while in school. So I got a plain t-shirt and I customized everything I do. I write copies, I plan events, everything I do. I wrote everything behind that shirt. And I was going from place to place. There are places I could enter a vehicle, I could take bike to. I was walking there because I wanted people to see me. I thought nobody noticed until I started getting some calls and some bookings around that period. They saw me on the road though. I was carrying banner behind my shirt. So apparently the idea of showing up showing up for my business had always been one thing I kept in mind. So I'm going somewhere, you should see my business on me. When you see me, you see the business. You see me wearing face cap, my business name. Okay, let me take us back to this analogy of something that used to happen during campaigns. When PDP are doing campaigns, you see them wearing face cap, branded PDP. APC face cap branded. These people are carrying you know these parties yourself, but they want to keep showing you, they want to keep putting that picture in your head so that when you think political party, you should think them. So when people think about the goods or the service you render, people should think about you. It does not have to make sense at the beginning, but always show up. If you need to learn skills that would make your business better, learn it. If it's voiceover, learn it. If it's design, learn it. You don't have to be perfect, but just learn it. Show up. So on this note, I believe my time is up. Mr. Ige John, sir. I believe my time is up. Can you hear me? So
Yes, I can hear you, man. All right.
okay, so I'm rounding up, I'm handing it over to you. So should in case you have any questions as regards events, starting your business, challenges you're encountering, I'm here to answer you. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Olaide. Thank you so much.
Thanks, sir.
Wow, this is very short and powerful. All right. So, but we'll go straight to the next guest now, so that we can take all the questions together. All right. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Please welcome Onyekamankea Kelvin, a visionary who turned his computer engineering degree into a logistics empire. As the CEO of Kels Logistics, he's not just thriving in Akure and Ondo State but revolutionizing Nigeria's logistics landscape with tech-driven solutions. His journey proves innovation knows no limits.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, good evening from wherever you're watching. Good morning, good
Yes, we
evening.
can hear you, sir. We can hear you. You can go ahead, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Thank you for bringing me up. I'm a shy person. I'm a camera shy person. This is actually my first time doing this. Um, I thank you. A big thanks to Mr. Johnny for bringing me up from my shadow because I'm really shy. My name is Kelvin Onyekamankea. I'm from Delta State. It has been an easy process being a businessman. It all started some years ago. That's 2014. When I entered school, my brother told me that, hey man, you got to man up despite what you're getting from home. Like, I might be living my life based on parents are giving me and all that. And one day I'll just wake up and I will see my parents no more. I have to get something to feed for myself. So I asked him a question, what can I do? He said, anything. Just think of anything. So I was thinking, I still came back to him. Big bro, what can I do? That I've thought about a lot of things that I don't even know what to do. He said, keep thinking. Then I was just angry. I stopped talking to him. I was still asking money from my parents. So until one day, I called my dad. So my dad said, has already told my brother to send me money, that I should call him. So I called my brother. My brother stabbed me for 1 month. I told me I should just admit it that my parents are dead. That for him, that is not sending me anything. I called my dad. My dad said he has already given me something through my brother. I should just try and collect it. I never knew it was all planned though. So I just have to free my mind. I love jewelries. So I started saying, okay, I want to sell jewelry. I called him. I said, I wanted to sell jewelry. So he was laughing. I said, okay, which type of jewelry? I said, which storage? He said, okay, fine, that is good. Which he linked me up to people selling it around his hostel. Then he was doing his masters. So I met up with the lady. So he was like showing me different type of wristwatch, how much they sell it, and all that. But then I was not really having this in mind. Like I was not really convinced that I can actually make out something in it. So until one day, I just wake up. I said, I can actually own a store, a fashion store. So I built the business in my mind. From then, I built it in my mind. Don't mind how I'm talking. No, I'm a very shy person. So I built a fashion store in my mind. I took time to build it in my mind that I might not open a physical shop, but I'm going to be an online shopper. Since I don't have anyone around me to patronize me, I can meet people online. So I was asking my brother, how can I do that? Because he's into IT. He said, sure, you have friends. Meet up with your friends. Tell them what you do. I said, okay, fine. So when I went back to school, I was meeting people until one day someone insulted me. Say every time it would just dey disturb me about you are selling this, you are selling that, you are selling that. So I knew that wasn't my customer. That's not my target. So I slept again. I prayed. I said, God, how will I do this? So one mind now came to me that in order to make our life, you need to meet a targeted people for your business. So how did I now achieve that? I started going to places that big boys go to. So from there, I started meeting people, started saving numbers. Okay, I have to change the hostel that I was staying at that particular time. I have to change it to a bigger rent. I have to rent it. Then I was not having much, but I just have to rent a bigger space, a place where I can meet targeted people for my business. So after doing all those things, I started seeing changes in the business. Me that don't have order normally, I started having one, two order. So from there, I started thinking, what other business can I do? I started building another business in my mind. I waked up again. That was when I was done with my fourth degree in school. I said I want to do logistics. Everyone was discouraging me. Logistic is this one, logistic is that one. There is all those dead caution and all that, that people will steal your bike, steal this one, do that one. In my mind, I've already built this business and I'm already convinced that I'm going to do it. Even my pastor told me not to do it. But in my own mind, another of my pastor again told me that since you build this business in your mind, that you can actually actualize it, that I should go on and do it. So one thing I'm going to tell in my story is that consistency and building whatever you want in this life is very, very important. And always be available for your business. I run logistics. Yes, I'm the boss, but you don't see me in the field like a boss. You see me in the field like a worker, just like every other person. You understand? Like I don't wait for my workers to just be the only one doing everything. I put myself inside the business. I'm not trying to do a business that I'll be proposing myself. I'm the boss, I'm that. If you see me in the field, you might not even know if I'm the Kels logistics because I do the business in me and I bring out myself to do it. That's how people that does logistics here in Accra, Ondo State. They come to me like, what's your secret about this whole logistics? That I want to fold up, or I want to pack up. That riders are giving me stress on and all that. I said, if you're a lady, I'll tell you, ma, you didn't really put yourself inside this business. Probably you introduce your husband or introduce your brother or anybody that will put his or herself inside the business, so the business can really fetch you money. That yes, there is money in logistics. That is when you put your mind in it. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to say in essence is that, one, you have to be consistent and always be available. You must always be available. Always speak about your business. You must always speak about your business. My time is almost short. You must always speak about your business. I really have a lot of things to say. Probably in the question time, you can ask questions and I'll be willing to answer any form of question at all that you show to us. Thank you very much. And I really appreciate you guys for being online. I know a lot of people are online watching this. My story about a business man is, it has not been easy, but it's easy when you really put yourself in it. You must be available and consistent. You must build a business in your mind first before you start actualizing it, before you start manifesting it outside. And you must always talk about your business. Carry your business in your shoulder, in your head, like no other man's business, because it's your business. It's something that is still going to make our life for you. And when you are doing business, number one secret about business, be a giver. No matter how small it is, always be a giver. Giving paves way in business, because giving has really paved way for me. Where I think things will really be easy for me, I see the giving I've done before paving way, making that way smooth for me. You understand? Like drivers, I do tipping drivers. Maybe if I come to meet you to collect item from you, you say, Kels, fill me low or give me money. I say, okay, take. Oh, I don't have much, but take. The giving has really paved way for me that if I want to collect items, if I want to do anything transportation, it doesn't really take me stress again. I don't really feel stress in it, because things that I've done in past have really paved way for me. So I advise any business owner, anything you're doing, so far is business, try and be a giver in it. Giving paves way in business, in all ramification of business, it always paves way. You understand? So in my story, I've been consistent with my business. That I won't lie. I wake up to my business, I sleep on my business. I don't really have time for my business. Everyone in my family now knows me like a business tycoon. You're always talking about business, always talking about business. But they forgot they put me into it and I started developing into it. Like I just have to sink myself into it. So time is not much for me to elaborate how it all started, how everything started, but you can always send your questions and I'll be willing to answer any challenges that you'll be having in any business at all. I'll be willing to answer you because I see everything as an opportunity to do business. Me talking to you, if I see what you know, I will be using it. This thing will be business. So, okay, now, like just like the other speaker, Miss Lide, me hearing now that okay, she's into Austrian work, security agency, and I have a friend I want to do partner. I say, okay, I can produce this security agency for you. I can produce Austria for you. Alpha, I will meet Mrs. Lide and Miss Lide. Wow, I have a friend I want to do this. So, how much will be my cut? Everything is business. You just have to have this sense to do business. If I talk with you and I know, okay, you know something, I'll use that thing you know to start doing business, to start doing another business. If you talk to me anywhere you meet me, I don't commonize anybody. Any level you are in this life, you must be very important in one aspect. So once I am able to communicate with you, you can talk, you can walk around, you can still be important to do business with. So my the listeners, everyone listening to me, I will really pray that anything you want to do, so far is business. Put your mind, put your mind in it, and always believe that you can really make out something big out of what you're doing. People see me now and say, it's not just business he's doing something else. If you like, you talk, I'm doing something else. If you like anything you like, you talk, is your mouth. So far, me, I know what I'm doing. So anything you have in your own sense, your own mentality is none of my business. What I know is that my business gives me joy. My business provides anything, any lifestyle I want to live, my business provides it for me. So you go build your business and let your business provide it for you. If you think it's easy, go build it and let people, you see that people will still say a lot of things about you too. So when you are doing business, don't be discouraged. As a lady, you must not be discouraged. Ladies has the platform of business now that so many ladies don't really understand about it. Ladies, if you're a lady listening to me, you have this bigger platform doing business and exceeding in it, because everything now is online. If you can speak English, you are a selling point. You can do business with it. If you're fine, you can do business with it. If you're not too fine, self, you are a business in it. Anything, you are a business. You know how to do anything. You must always like what you want to do. If you know how to speak English, you know how to walk around, you know how to gist, you know how to talk, you can start using that your talk. Don't leave gossip and use that talk to do business. Yeah, because just like I want to share some infos about business that ladies can really put themselves in, that is really fetching money for people now. You can do a virtual assistant to most of every businessman and women now needs it. E-commerce. Go online, go about e-commerce people, chat 4 to 5 person. You see someone that will employ you. You'll be in your house making money. Before you work to 2 to 3 person as a visual assistant, you are making money. You just in your house, you will be the one to recharge your phone. Just for you to call, to make call, talk to their customers, politely, and nothing. You are making your cool money. There are a lot of ways that people make money now that you don't even have this. I would say it's you that don't just want to have money. If you sit down in one place and say, I don't have, because in everything you're doing in this life, no matter what you are, no matter what you're doing, if you don't have finance, I never started my business with finance. Nobody gave me money to start business. I started business with just my phone. Then I was using Android phone. I started business with just my phone. And now I have phones. I give people phone. So it's just you starting up something. Start first, and you see how God will turn things around for you. I don't know how many minutes I'll be having. Would have loved to share some stories, but I don't really know if I have time. Brother John, I don't really know if I have time to share some stories, because I wouldn't want to take a lot of time. I don't want to take time.
Uh, uh, uh,
So we can do that
all right,
and
sir.
answer time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can do that question and answer time. Thank you so much, sir. That was a very wonderful one. Thank you so much. So we just go on a short break now, then we'll come back for the question and answer time. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. Miss Olalde, are you there, ma'am?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I must tell you, this session we have to redo this session I guess I will talk to both of you individually and bring you separately. I guess we need to give you more time to really share your story because they say, an axiom says, in every for every glory there is always a story. All right, and I believe that in your stories, even though that your stories are very different, are very unique, there is so much lesson to glean on. You guys came from different background, and I believe that for many people that are that are listening to us can easily relate to, your story, so that they wouldn't just say that, okay, you've built a business. Mr. Olaide have, an enterprise in over 11 states, and you will just think, these people are giants already. I mean, how can we get so? But when they understand that you also started from the grassroots, that Mr. Kelvin also started from the grassroots, people can find it easy to, to venture into their business. And there's something you guys said repeatedly, even me, I needed to jot it down. All right, is for you to show up for your business. All right, I think maybe we need to do a banner and post it somewhere. All right, because I think one of the reasons why many businesses fail, or why many individuals fail, is because they refuse to show up consistently for their businesses, even when they are not seeing results. Both of you also mentioned something like that, that even when there is no customer, all right, you kept at it until customers start coming and, things start progressing. Once again, Mr. Kelvin, Ms. Olaide, I want to say a very big thank you. Thank you for coming to this show. Thank you so much. I believe that as we progress, when you are answering your questions, you have more things to share. And it's worthy to mention that we did a poll on our WhatsApp community to ask our audience what they would like to hear from you. All right, what questions they would, love to hear about businesses, or maybe the struggles they have in their business and the likes. And some of the questions I'm going to be asking you is going to be something related to that. However, after all the questions and answer, I'm going to give you also the opportunity to give maybe a final word, a last advice to maybe anyone struggling in business, or what have you. Right, so let me go to the first question. The first question is for Mr. Kelvin.
Okay.
I guess you already answered this in your story, but let me ask again. It says, what was the very first spark or moment that gave birth to Kev Logistics or to your
Oh,
business? What was the
okay.
first spark that made you start, you know, the
Logistics,
business?
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. First, I am into fashion. Fashion. I'm an online shopper. So what really drive out that energy to start up logistics is when you are actually into business, you try a lot of businesses around what you're doing to make more streams of income. You understand? So what gave me this energy to start up logistics is every day I take deliveries from Lagos, from Onitsha, from different places for my clothing and all that. So I come to realize that there's money in this thing. If I start up logistic business, see, I will not get money like this. That's why I was like saying, in everything you do, you must always think about. I like money, so I will always think about. You see, when you are into business, like when Miss Lady was talking, I was reasoning how I'm going to get money from
Yeah.
her. That, that is the kind of mindset. That's the kind of, if I'm talking with anybody, what I'm thinking is, how will I get money from you, sir? I'm not going to put hand in your pocket too, but it's what you have here. I'm going to use to generate money. Now she's doing something right. You might see another banner of Kels, so Kels don't turn Usher. It's business. You must not stop in something. Like I used to tell people that I'm a jack of all trades. I do a lot of things. If I know this thing I sell electronics, so just because when I bought my electronics, The man did it me well. He gave me some cut prices, and I said, okay, ma, sir, if I bring another customer, how much will you give me in return? He said, okay, if you sell so thing, you get so thing. I said, eh? Okay. A lot of my friends that are setting up their houses, I'll say, I they sell them now. Just tell me, make I bring them. Sharply, I will go, okay, I beg, help me send this thing come. Sharp, I've collected my own cut. I've given the man his own cut. Now I've done business. Do you understand? The day I went to buy plate rack in the market myself, I started business with it too. My friends came to my house and said, this is your plate, so it's fine. This is your blender, is fine. I said, they sell them now, you don't know. He said, everything I need, they say, I say, they sell them. From there, I bought for him. He introduced me to somebody else. I started buying kitchen utensils. Now business too. So logistics, how I started business, logistics full time is because of my fashion business. I saw that I was paying money to my rider. I have this bike man that was eating my money. This guy was eating big money. I'll send it to my friends, go and deliver clothes to this person. He'll be collecting money. I say, this thing, the day I told him that I want to start logistics, this boy cried. He keep on telling my staffs that Kelvin made him to buy land. First land that he got, that I made him to buy it with the order I was giving him. So I was like, there is money in this thing now. Now, if I now started like a company, I will make more money now. I will have a lot of people working. I thought about it that day in my head. I did my hand like this in my head. I said, I must start this logistics. I bought bikes. Do you understand? So when I bought the bikes, I called my dad. My dad said, I no day for logistics, so that is risky. I was thinking somehow. I was feeling bad. I went to church. I told my pastor. My pastor said, I should come back. I went back. He said, he won't advise me to do it. So he was giving me some stories. But when I was leaving, I met Pastor John Oluwale. Yes, I don't know if I pronounced the name right. Pastor John. Pastor John said, what have you really got done for this logistics? I said, I don't do everything. No. I don't even print banner. I don't print poster. I don't do everything. But that is say, make I no do them. He said, what do you now want to do? I said, I want to go and think that is your pastor does not mean is your God. Though. That he's just telling you from the experience that he had. It does not mean that his experience will manifest in your own life. Oh. That was that word that he gave to me in my ear that keeps sounding that another man's failure, that somebody heard about that failure, does not mean you will fail in your own side. Though. When I thought about it, and I called another of my pastor, I told him, he said, since you have such vision, you have such mind, go on, call me on video call, let's pray on the bikes and start up. That if everybody fail, you must not fail. Tell daddy that I said you should start the business. I started this business without telling my dad that I started, even without telling my pastor that I started. But pastor now noticed that this boy don't hear word. He started that thing. He started that thing. So he was seeing me like a stubborn person, but my stubbornness, I think daddy now is proud of me. Anytime he wants to say, he say my son Kelvin will do this. It's not the money I'm making. But then it's calling to me. I said, they will see your bike. They will carry this one. You have case. What if they steal load? What if they did this one? How would you do it? Okay, let me post it. So I started logistics. I've not recorded one death, one stolen of item that I cannot pay since I started logistics. And those things was the things that they used me to put fear in my eye. Like a lot of logistics has come to my office. They will say, which training did I go to for logistics? I say, sir, I didn't go to any training. I just wake up. I flog hand in my head. I say I must start logistics because I was seeing the money. My own is that money. If the thing is making money, I will start it. No matter how, like what I don't do is puzzle. All those things they will bring out online and say, put 5 naira to get that one. My hand no deal. That one is not business. But you see, if you tell me to buy this bottle water, that there is an hold up there. That when you buy this bottle water, 100 naira. If you get it hold up, you sell it for 500 naira. I will go and buy cartons of bottled water and go and sell it there. Okay, my secretary now knows that anytime I come to the office to sit down, that our guy wants to do another business. If I sit down and see the items that people are putting down, I say, like I say, this item is moving well. I'll order it. I will source for the products in Lagos. I'll order it. I'll bring my own. If their own finish, that they say go and deliver this one, I will deliver my own. I will collect my own share of the money. I'm making more money now. You see what I'm saying? Everything you do in this life, if you want to be a business person, even use your own parents as business too. I didn't say you should steal money from them. This is how you use your own parents to do business. If your mom know how to go to market, your mom can buy things cheap. There are people that can't see that thing your mom is buying cheap. You use your own mom to be doing that business. There is a time I've stopped that business because to the balance for me. Gary business. I was telling my mom that red Gary is costly here. Oh. Please help me and buy it and wait it for me. Let me be selling. My mom was laughing. How will you be selling Gary? I said, do you know how much a congo of Gary is? Do you understand? But believe me, that Gary, that period, I use it to give my mom the monthly salary I give to my parents. That was what I was using to pay them. And they don't know that was what I was using. And they were thinking, is it not just Gary? Do you understand? But then when I did that business, it was moving well. But what spoiled it for me is when one car carried the Gary and rain entered it as spoiled everything for me. That was discouragement. And I said, okay, when I've gotten a van to do all these things, I can do it. I can do anything I want to do. Do you understand? About transportation. Those was the limitation I was having about the Gary business. To tell you that I've done a lot of business. So people that see me that I drive a car, that I do this one, that I do that one, you will be saying it's not business that he's doing. He's doing Yahoo. Yes, so my business is my Yahoo. If you meet me, if you meet me in the park in the morning,
All right.
the level I've gotten, I don't need to be going to the park to go and sort for items. Me, Kels, early in the morning around 5 a.m. Look my face. Come to old garage. You will see me there. I'll be hustling for items. Hustling for my secretary will say, you just like working every time. I said, that is business. Because if I sleep, I will see money because I have staffs. But I will not see it to my satisfaction. They will go there, they will work their own too now. But when you are there, when you are overseeing it, there's nothing like that. In business, don't think you have arrived. Never think like that. In any point that you are in business, be oga, be that CEO, that kind of big chair. They will wear big chair and say CEO chair. Once they do it, they will be doing video. What God cannot do, that does not exist. They will video everything. In a month, you will not see them again. They've
Yeah.
answered they've answered the CEO business, so they've answered the CEO with a just short form of time. They just wanted to answer the name. Maybe their boyfriend started it for them, so they don't know the value to make that money. If you make money from like Sister Lide now, I know about this hostel shop job. Like Just Chill is my friend. I don't know if you know him. Just Chill.
I know him.
Is
We've
my
worked
friend.
together very well.
Okay, you ask him about Kels. He'll tell you Kels like business. I've told him that I want to do his business before.
Just
I
you.
told him because I was seeing he was making money. Just Chill is making money. He's
He
making
does after
40
parties
million.
now.
Yes, now.
He
Okay,
does after
what
parties,
is what?
drinks, water.
Yeah, he was buying drink. He's a banker. Oh. He was in UBA. You won't believe this guy wanted to
Okay,
travel.
okay.
This guy wanted to travel, but because of business, this guy no travel go UK again. No, because of this business,
Wow.
he
Wow.
didn't travel. Ask him, he will tell you. He wanted
Wow.
to travel. Two of his friends have moved to UK. They all of them planned it to go. I was among planning, but business. You say Nigeria is sweet. You see,
Hmm.
when you are into business, Nigeria is sweet. I will not lie for you, because
Mm.
especially when you are having different money, different. See, when you have 5,000, 10,000, you are earning money more than all those people working in oil company.
Months.
People don't really know about that. I spend money more than salary earners. No matter how that salary where you dey earn, I know I spend money more than them. Yes, because business, when you are spending money as a business person, you don't look at it. They do like ritual, because you are always having something in your pocket. That's
It's
one thing
always
that
back up.
business always back up. You must have something. In short, people used to, my dry cleaner at that time, he cried when I stopped giving them clothes because I got washing machine. He said, every time if I wash your clothes, I must see money. Because I will forget money. That is the life of business. Imagine if I'm not doing business and I'm waiting for salary. I will not forget money. Even though you are doing salary job,
Mm.
have a side business.
Mm.
Always just have something called business. There is nothing like business in this life. If I travel to any country in this life, I must do business. If I'm doing one night shift, the other shift is for business. I'm not even going to joke with this
Okay.
business life. So thank you very
Okay.
much. Sorry, I'm talking too much to my listeners.
You know, somebody
I just
somebody
like
I
to
shared a
hear
share.
you.
comment.
I
Somebody
just like to
somebody
share.
shared a comment. Let me show you this comment. I don't know whether you can see it. I'm going to read it for you. He said, Mr. Kelvin, the shy man is so engrossed in the conversation. You know, you started the conversation by saying you're a shy person.
Although I'm a very camera
Right.
shy.
But
I'm a very camera shy person.
but really, I mean, thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, what you shared is really powerful. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you so much. I really find that on the comment box, a lot of people are finding are really relating to your comments and conversation. I mean, I think it's high time that we, especially we young people in this part of the world, we buckle up. And that's one of the things I think I love about what both of you said about showing up for your
Yeah.
business. All
You must
right.
always do.
I think that's something very important. And being innovative, being adaptive when there is opportunity
Make use of it.
to sell, there's opportunity to buy, make use of the opportunity as much as you can. Thank you so much. Before I go to your next question, I have the similar question for Miss Olaide.
Yeah.
A question here says, what inspired you to step into the world of event hosting and coordination? Over to you, Miss Olaide. This is for you, ma.
Okay. Okay. This question is a question of why. Why did I start my business? Right.
Mhm.
I started it to survive.
Yes, that's correct.
Survivor. That was the survivor. I needed something to do that would keep me from asking for money from home. So
Yeah.
it became just survival at the beginning. I just need to get 5K, 10K. If 5K comes in from Ibadan, 10K from Lagos, everywhere. As long as there's a state and they're having party and there's a university, I'll train ushers and they will go there and they will work. So they are working in different states and I'm getting the money, I'm paying them and I'm in my house. So initially it was just survival. So the reason I started business was I just needed something that would help me survive. So eventually it began me to build ladies. So I have a community of ladies that work closely with me that we are growing together. So event was what brought them into my space. Event brought a lot of people into my life. It brought some connections into my life. But the initial reason why I started was survival. I just needed something to survive. So as long as I was surviving, I was eating, I was doing well. That was just the initial reason. But I had to upgrade my why. I was no longer in school. I was not in that level where I just needed to survive. So that's why I started event hosting.
Well, thank you so much for that. And I think Survivor is really key. What's this book? There's this book I read. I've forgotten this book. It's written by I think the Prince of Dubai or something like that. I think it was the one that wrote it, and he said in life there are two categories. He said he was talking about the gazelle and the lion. All right. He said the gazelle, anytime the gazelle wake up in the morning for survivor, and the lion is chasing the gazelle to eat. So you see that the lion eats something, running, all right, or chasing the gazelle, or the gazelle is running so that it survives from the lion. So if you are, it's just like this theorem, like if you are not, if you don't, I've forgotten how they put it. Maybe if you don't eat
You may be
something, you may
eating,
be eating or
eat to
Yeah,
get
something
you'll be
like that,
eaten.
eating.
right?
Sapa go
Something
chop
like
you.
that, right? But right. But really, thank you so much for that. And I think a lot of people, and I think especially in Nigeria, a lot of people are in this survivor mode. But a lot of people really have not learned how to make use of this survivor mode. All right. And I think maybe from our conversation today, a lot of people would, have something to utilize this instead of singing the same song everybody is singing about scarcity and the likes, that you can make use of the opportunity of scarcity and provide service, because irrespective of how terrible the economy is, there is always a demand for something. All right, there is always a demand for something, and if you can position yourself rightly to provide, definitely you are going to make your cut. Mr. Kevin, this question is for you. All right. Um, you are an handsome man, so I guess people are really thinking maybe you've never faced any challenge. So
Ah,
there's a question here that says, what is one challenge you faced early in your entrepreneurship journey? I know challenges are in phases. All right.
okay.
But what is one challenge that you faced early, especially maybe this is a person that just started his or her business, that almost made you give up? And how did you overcome it?
I posted research. Nobody buy you. I I buy data. I buy data. I borrow money buy data. Nobody buy you. Let's see my phone when I post. I cried. It's not easy. You
Mm,
see, business is not always rosy. Hmm? But when you are, that's why I just said earlier, is you must build this business in your mind. Like, build it first before you manifest it out. You understand? Like,
yeah.
when I started this business, wristwatch, I love jewelries. Like, I love jewelries. So I started with wristwatch. I was posting wristwatch. I was not having turn up. Nobody was asking me what I carry when they having me. Nobody. I will post. I will post. I'll put music. I'll do everything. Nothing. Nobody go ask me. I was just wasting time. Then I met all these TV people online. They ate my money. All those contact gains, where you say all those contact gains, it's just few that works. The only good contact you get is the contact you build for yourself for your business.
Mm,
One-on-one contact.
Mhm.
That is the highest contact you can always build. And a referral contact. People that refer you, like talk about you. There are a lot of things that I would love to share in logistics. People who have comment me for my work and see how people comes to partner with me, how people want to partner with me, people in Lagos, people in Abuja, people like I have riders in all over of the country. I have riders. My head office is Akure. But you see everywhere, I can deliver goods in your doorstep anywhere in this country. Even in Hausa land where Fulani people there, I will deliver there. Do you understand? That is, I brought out my mind like I was having this challenge. Okay, the challenge in fashion is I posted, nobody answered me. Another challenge that I had in logistics was when I opened it, I was paying salary. Like I was paying salary, no business. Like it wasn't moving the way I imagined it. But I asked myself this question: are you going to give up or you're going to continue? I said, okay, riders, I know you employ again. Let me be my own rider. I packed every other bike. Forget how I fell. If you see me real life, I almost fell. So I packed other bike. I started doing the rider for myself. I started doing the business for myself. I was not doing it because I was hungry or looking for something to eat, but I was doing it to build the real contacts that I needed. I was doing it so people will know, okay, this is the face behind the Kels Logistics. He's the one doing it. He came to deliver to me. They know me one-on-one. That's why if many of my staffs will be saying it's always hard to trick me, except boss don't want to put eye in that thing. Because it's what I know about. If I buy fuel for you in bike, I know the time it will finish because I've driven the bike now. I've driven it myself. I've gone, my listeners, I've carried bike to Ondo town. If you are listening from Akure, I don't you must know Ondo town. I've carried bike to Idori. Be looking at me, oh, it's me, oh. I've carried bike to all these places. Is it Obaile? Is it anywhere? Nowhere that I don't know again. Why? It's because I really put myself in it. So now that I've built that legacy, that I've meet people one-on-one, people have known, okay, this thing is real, this person is real. Now, if my workers are going there, I don't need contact gain or people to do all those things for me again. Because I believe if I want to gain contact more, I will carry bike myself. I'll go and deliver in one particular location. I'll get those people's contacts. They will see me. When they see me, they will feel me. They will the way I will rapport with them. And in business, always be polite, always be loving, always be interact. People wanting to talk more with you, people wanting to know more with you, not you. You don't have anything to talk about. All you want to say is a motor phone. There was a Eloni or how much you talk, price, finish. You don't even ask the person, how are you? How's your day? That you are a lady does not mean a guy will ask you for your number and you are saying no, and you are selling clothes online. You will not sell. There are some ladies that have met me that said I should put them through into business. Some, most of them succeeded and they are doing well. I told them that you want to test time, ready, give your number to anybody calling man. So you, it does not mean that fast that man is your smart. If you are online as a lady, everything you post, your picture or your video where you are shaking your bum, shaking your nash.
Network.
Network. All right, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kelvin. Guess when you are back, you continue from that. Mr. Laide, let me throw you this question. I think this question was specifically for you. It says that, all right, so what has been your biggest lesson learned from a major event or like an unexpected challenge? All right, what has been the biggest lesson maybe on this your entrepreneurship journey? Over to you, ma.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so far I've learned a lot of lessons. A lot of lessons. I have been embarrassed. I've learned a lot, but I think one lesson I would say I held on to is be always be ready. Pray for the best, plan for the worst. Always have a plan B. I'm an event planner. You told me you're having 200 guests and somehow 300 guests show up at the event. And I had my first panic attack at an event where they planned for a particular number and more than the expected show up. They were now asking what would they get chair? What would they do? Like everything was now on me. I've been working with these clients for, I think I was working with them for months. I got all their details. They told me 200 guests, but I planned for 250. I didn't tell them. I actually added this into their bills for chair and some other things. So I added for 250. 300 guests showed up at the event. So I had a panic attack immediately because, what's going to happen? Everything. Before I had to calm down and think, wait, if I chuck chairs into those tables, somehow we can sit in 300 people since we planned for 250. So I planned for additional 50 with the mindset that anything will happen. So always be prepared. You are hoping that you're going to make sales. You are hoping that things are going to go well, and it doesn't go that way the way you expect. What do? Will you run away because nobody bought from you? Okay, let me give one instance of an example of something that happened when I started my auction agency. I wanted to meet a client. I didn't have T-Fare. I was staying with my friend at Southgate. I trekked from my house at Southgate to Futa Junction, an event center there, to meet a man, an event planner. I was supposed to pitch myself, tell him about what we do, so he can even book our ushers. And I said, okay, I don't have T-Fare. Let me do prayer walk. Let me trek. I got to Southgate. I met this man, and he told me I should open my Instagram page. Then I just started. I think I had 20, 25 followers. I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just starting out. Why would he trust me to handle his business? Why would he give me his job? So that was a challenge on its own. That was like that. It kind of shook me. I'm somebody that is shy, that is timid. I had low self-esteem. Somebody just threw me to one corner that, okay, why would he give me his event, his job? He said he's going to start booking my team when we have 1,500 followers. This man reached out to me December last year. I was overbooked. I had 15 events, different states, so I could not take his booking. But I remember he told me then that when I have up to 1,005 minimum followers, but that was a challenge. What did I do with it? I took it up. I did not vex. I cried back my way home, and I was thinking, how do I get followers? I went to my department. I started asking people to follow me. I was bringing out my phone. Follow me. I went to my campus fellowship. Follow me, because okay, followers is one important thing in my line of work. People will check how many followers do you like have before they check what do you do or how can you do what you do. So I did not take that. I mentioned the first challenge I mentioned was have plan B. The first challenge I mentioned was I planned for something, another thing happened, and I had to just use initiative. Second challenge was the one I'm talking about right now is the part that I don't have followers. I had to use that challenge to start looking for followers. So I was not waiting for miraculous followers to come. I went to go and meet people. I said, I'll follow my Instagram page. I'll follow you back. I was on a particular group, Royal Priest Family, my level group. I dropped my link there. I got followers. I got followers from fellowship. I got followers everywhere. Then I started posting every day on my page. So the man that was saying that until I have 1,500 followers, I went to him at 62 followers. Before that week ended, he pushed me to get over 200 followers. So sometimes people feel like they are pushing you away, they are talking you down. Take the negative feedback and do something with it. So that's like one challenge and how I turned it around for myself. Second challenge I mentioned, the first challenge I mentioned was planning. Always have backup plan. Pray for the best, plan for the worst. Anything that happen, there's something, you shall do something. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? So pray
Yes,
for
I
the
can hear
best,
you.
plan for the
Yes, I
worst.
can hear you.
Take negative feedbacks and do something productive with it. Don't let negative feedbacks or people's negative comments bring you down. People would always say what they want to say. They will say this, they will say that. So that's one. Those are two challenges I've experienced and how I have handled them.
All right. Thank you so much. That's a very wonderful one. Thank you so much. And I really believe that especially when it comes to having a backup plan. I mean, a lot of people have reservations with having a backup plan, but I often tell people your situation depends on what you are going to use. I know a lot of people have reservations about, you know, just stick to one plan and see it through. Okay, I think it was a popular saying like somebody said, I don't have plan B. My plan B is to make sure my plan A works.
Hey.
All right. As good as that is, and that's very, very important, but I also feel like industry and specific situation demands or what you should really do in specific situation. All right. Just like the situation you made mention of, whereby the client budgeted for 200%, all right, and you plan for 250%, and eventually 300%. I think that's really very, very important. Thank you so much for sharing, ma. Mr. Kelvin, welcome back, sir. I guess it was your network,
So,
right?
yes, no, it was my phone now. I didn't know.
Okay.
I never knew I was having a
Oh,
bad battery. So sorry.
hey, all right,
Yeah.
that's fine, that's fine. Before I go to Mr. Kelvin, I also want to ask a follow-up question for Miss Laide because um, just like I said, industries are different, businesses are different. All
Yeah.
right. When Mr. Kelvin was speaking the other time, there are some businesses that you can just sit at in your house. Okay, for example, what I do, I design websites. All right. I necessarily don't have to, up around to get my job done, as I can
Mhm.
sit on my chair for hours and just, get the things done, and that's it. But your business, and I'm specific about Miss Lydie now. I don't know whether this question is also pertaining to Mr. Kelvin, but I guess this question was directed to Miss Lydie about that your industry involve presentation. All right. And when you were answering the question the other time, you talked about where you had to go and pitch what your business is all about to somebody. So the question is, how do you balance branding and authenticity? All right. How do you balance? Because there is the perception. The person you wanted to work with in your story wanted to work with somebody with 1,000, at least 1,000 Instagram followers. All right. That ensure maybe. So how do you balance that with you being your authentic self as a business person? Over to you, man.
Okay, branding and other. I would always say something like you are your brand. You as a person, you are your brand. So who are you as a person? What are your values? How do you bring in your values as a person into your business? There's some kind of jobs I would not take because of my person.
Yeah.
There are kind of deals I would not take because of my person. It's not in my value system. So I mentioned a particular client that wanted 1,000, he needed 1,000 followers for him to be able to work with me. And I was just starting out that time. It's not a bad thing to want that kind of it's not a bad thing for him to want a vendor with that kind of followers, because of course he wants to use my page for PR for his events. If he has an event, I tag him. It's actually another audience for him. So I have only 36 followers. I'm just starting out. I'm bad market for him. And it was not bad at that time. So branding on the necessity, I would always say you are your brand. I don't know if I'm getting your question correctly, but it's a how do I present myself in such a way that I portray my original self and pass my message, right? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, how you balance your brand with your authentic self. All right. Yeah, let me put it this way. Let me put the question this way. If I understand the question very well too, it is about there are people. Okay, yeah. This statement of fake it till you make it.
Make it. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now the
Okay.
fake it aspect is the branding aspect.
Mm.
All right, whereby you want to portray an image, a perception to your client, to your prospective clients. But okay, for example, if I say that I want to build a website, let me use myself as an example. I said I'm a website designer. I've been designing for over 10 years. Okay, somebody said, okay, based on and less. Okay, and I say, okay, when the person now asks me, okay, show me the work you've done, I showed the person maybe somebody else works so that the person will have a feel of quality, but if I am to deliver, I may not be able to deliver up to the level of quality. It's just the question is just basically asking how do you strike between authenticity, especially when you are growing up. When you are growing up as an event person, for example, you may not be able to deliver the level of proficiency. You know, I saw one of your posts recently whereby maybe there is access card or access
Access
something.
control.
All right, maybe access control. All right, now that is a level of. But if somebody who is just starting in a business start portraying that as part of his branding and is not able to deliver that, I think basically that's what the question is
Don't
all
over
about.
promise. Don't over promise and under deliver. What I used to say. I will not promise you that I can plan an event with 2 million and I will turn myself to a magician. So people do this fake it to make it because they feel like I have a big picture of where I'm going. I'm going to be one of the best event planners in the world. So I begin to pick pictures of top planners and start posting it that I can do it when I've not gotten to that level. If you do that, you will shoot yourself in the leg. If you do that, you will shoot yourself in the leg. And that's because faking it to making it, are you working on yourself? Sometimes people begin to portray some certain images that they cannot do. There are things they cannot do, and they just, I can plan okay. The first client that sent me 6 million, the first time I collected 6 million to plan an event, I just got out of school. That was the first time somebody was going to send me something that huge. What was I posting? I was posting what I could do. So she was not expecting so much from me, but I over delivered. So when you start portraying, when I start posting videos of Chivido, videos that I cannot portray, I'm not working on myself to do them. Why should I do that? If as a person I can plan an event with 6 million, I can plan an event with 4 million, and like I tell you that I can plan events with 2 million naira and it's going to be top class. I begin to show you pictures of events that people that use 20 million plan, and I will tell you I can do it with 6 million. How will I make it happen? There was one event plan they were dragging last year, December. She sent a client a picture of a decoration, a job that was done, and a national job, and said she could do it for 6 million. She under delivered. Insta blog carried her. She's somebody popular, somebody that we looked up to. So you don't overpromise and underdeliver. As a person, if you are looking at people, okay, everybody has mentors. Want to become like this person. I want to become like Zafaya events. I want to be like Kelly B events. I'm not going to start posting their works. I'll follow their footsteps. I will learn. I won't start posting their works without learning. So you don't become somebody. You don't become who you are not by faking it. Many people have watched this particular movie, or there's this particular movie that talked about faking it to making it. Many people sit down in private jet and they begin to talk like they have private jets, and private jets kind of clients come to them. It's just that you will get a client that you cannot handle. You will get some big amount of money you cannot handle because you have not gone through the process. There's always a process for everything. If you skip process, you will just shoot yourself in the leg because you don't know what goes into logistics of some things. So learn. It is good to admire people that are up there. It's good to want to be like them. But put in the work. Don't start copying, don't start following what you are. Don't become who you are not, because we're in social media era. Everybody wants to paint a glamorous picture of themselves, and of course package your business very well. But package it for the level you are at. It's good to see beyond. There's always a bigger picture. There's always a bigger picture. Talk about your big picture. Talk about where you are going. But don't put the horse before the cat. I mean, don't put the cat before the horse. There's always a process. Did I answer your question, sir? Did I answer the question?
That was perfect. That was very, very perfect. Thank you so much for that. And I really believe that a lot of people would have that to, to learn from, because, this particular question causes a lot of controversy. I know a lot of people have different sides to it, but I think I really love the perspective
Okay, let me give
you.
you an instance. Okay, so I train people to start their own event staffing brand. So event staffing is
Okay.
ushering, bouncers, coordinators, activation for brands. So if as a brand now you want to do maybe MTN, you want to have you want to ask people to register to do something. I've partnered with brands like that. So I train people from my team that have worked with me over time, that have stayed with me for a very good long period of time. I train them and push them out to start on their own. But I don't just push them out, I give them pictures. So you see some of my pictures on some people's pages, I gave them myself because I know they can do it. So because I know so they will post these pictures and you feel like, hey, can this person do this? She can do it. There are some states I would not need to go to handle event because I have somebody that is in that state. There's some other states that I have ladies that are schooled in footer. I train them, handle events there, start taking event grounds. If I have any event, I will send it down to you. I don't have to be there. Do you understand? So because over time I know they can do it. So I believe personally there are a lot of belief system when it comes to this faking it to making it. It works for a lot of people. I've seen a lot of motivational speakers that don't have private jets and they'll enter private jet and be talking, and before you know it, they are invited for one big program because people have the perception that they have gotten to where they have not gotten to. But the thing is that the thing with getting up there is that there are challenges up there. You just see the picture, you don't know the challenges that you would actually experience to get there. There was a setup I wanted to duplicate. I wanted to duplicate a setup of somebody dropping cake at an event. I wanted to bring down cake from the ceiling down. I'd seen at a lot of events, and I spoke to the cake vendor that was supposed to work on that project with me. And she said she could do it. It is something she can do. She mentioned a lot of things, and a week to that event, I was like, okay, let's see how can we let me see how you want to do it. Eventually, the stuff could not work because I did not research on the hall very well. The whole ceiling would not allow us to bring down what we wanted to bring down. But because I have seen people do it, imagine me going to go and post that I can do it. You need the experience, you need the knowledge. If you don't know how to do something and you just embarrass yourself and your entire lineage. All right. So that's what I
Right,
have to
right.
say.
Thank you so much. I think one thing to glean again from what you said now is process. All right. Everyone should understand that everyone we see today doing exceptionally well in whatsoever they are doing, they actually pass through one process or the other. But thank you so much for that question. Mr. Kelvin, I think this particular one is for you. And I think we may have to start tidying up with this conversation. But this particular question is for you. It says that many see logistics as just delivery. Maybe some of those people that says maybe you do more than maybe you're adding Yahoo to. So is logistics just delivery, or there is something you have there is a sort you have added to your logistics business that made it, I mean, you actually mentioned it. Why? Because definitely logistics is very, very competitive. All right, logistics is very, very competitive. How let me just read the question instead of sugaring the question. Many see logistics as just logistics, but clearly it is more. What value or mindset, you spoke about mindset when you started, sets your business apart? That's the question for you, sir.
Okay. I don't know if who asked this question want to go into logistics, but I feel when you come into it, I want to learn about it. You will learn. Rather will say you will learn in a hard way. um, Logistics is beyond delivery. Is beyond delivery. Is you satisfying your customers, satisfying people. You understand? In logistics, there are a lot of stages in logistics that people don't really know about. Most people in Akure, they do logistic, Akure I want to pick up from Alabaka to Obaile. I do tell my secretary and my staff that I want to stop taking delivery from these Akure people because the money they offer is not more than 1,015. Why? Why am I getting to that stage? Is because I'm learning the stages. There was a time that I was begging people to give me 1,000 naira, 500 naira delivery. Just like Miss Lide said, it's a process. You must be willing to learn. You must be willing to pass through those hurdles. In logistics, you have hurdles of riders. Riders will steal your fuel, will spoil your bike, will you tell them go to Baile, they will go to Alabaka or they will go to Futa. You tell them there are a lot of things that comes with logistics. Logistics gives headache, like big time headache. People that knows me before I got this my new secretary that God will bless you. It has not been easy because I was doing everything on my head. I was turning to a mad person, sorry to say. When my nephew came around, because he's this kind of a fast learner type, he was telling me, Uncle, how do you cope? Like, you've not run mad. I like, why do you say I've not run mad? He said, you receive a lot of calls. You have 4 phones. The calls will be ringing. Everywhere will be ringing. You still want to talk to everybody calmly. I said, when you get to my stage, you understand why. Do you know when this boy got home, he told his parents not to be calling me daytime. He called grandma, that's my mom. He said, Grandma, that you should stop calling Kelvin in daytime. Kelvin is always busy. That anything you are talking, if you are not talking about business, I don't want to listen. Maybe at the close of work hour, we cannot talk. That's if I have that time, if I have not sleep. I may be online and you'll be talking, I may not even respond. Why? It's not pertaining to business. But if you ask me how much, that's when you know that I'm a fast person to reply. I can be very fast to reply. Once it comes to business conversation, I take it very serious. You understand? So logistics comes with a lot of things, a lot of stress. So for the person who asked the question, I don't know if you want to come into logistics, but logistics is sweet. It's very, very sweet. I will not discourage you. It's very sweet. That is if you are willing. Don't be that kind of a person that you hit one money and say you want to do logistics. So I'll beg you, my brother, save that money and do another business. But if really you want to do it, you want to bring out your mind to do logistics, be ready for the headache. Know that you signed for it because at the end of it all, you're going to enjoy it. GIG started one place, Abi. Is when I've grown myself in logistics, I even know that GIG don't even have a lot of offices before, just like they had now. They don't have offices everywhere. They were collaborating with different logistics. I don't know. So me now, Kels, I have office in Lagos, I have office in Abuja, I have offices everywhere. I'm not like GIG. Do you understand? That is you growing in the process. If you are not in it, you won't understand how these things work. Me, I don't have office that they wrote Kels to in Abuja, but I have office. If you want to drop item, I have office. That is you understanding the process. Because when I come to realize in logistics, it all entails partnership. Like the item we sent to UK and sent to everywhere, it's not me that took it to the cargo that took it to UK or anywhere the item is going. But because of partnership, collaboration, somebody has that direct contact. I partner with that person. I collect my own gain. The person collects his own. He now gave it to the cargo. The cargo now gave it to another agent in UK. You see, different collaboration in needs before it will get to. So people will just bring an item and think it's just I've given you item, just deliver it. It's not we that take it there. We collaborate for those items to get to their destination safe. So logistics is beyond go and pick up and deliver. It's really when you want to do it. I will tell you my office, you will come, you sit down. I will ask you, are you ready
You learn.
to learn in a very hard way? Like now, I can be comfortable enough to travel and leave my secretary to run my business because I've groomed her. I've told her that people will make you angry, people will want to make you shout, but the level of you to understand how to calm them down. There are a lot of people that partner with me. Christmas time, they sent me money. I was surprised. They were sending me money. Kels take, Kels take, Kels take. Like, but I didn't give people. I didn't dash people that I'm collaborating with. But people that was collaborating with me was dashing me. Probably I was doing them well. I was collaborating. I was a good collaboration with them. You understand? So in logistics, we have a lot of things. So let me just divert and talk about business because business in general is what we are really talking about. It's not really the core name of logistics. In business, you must be ready to do what you want to do business with. Like, if you want to do anything, first of all, like that thing that you are doing. You don't sell a market that you don't like. You must like that market. You must be able to wear that market. You must be able to do it. You must be able to do, if you are, okay, just like our sister now. She is into ushering. If she's not polite, she can't do ushering job. Like, nothing you fit tell me. That she used to squeeze face up and down. That they'll tell you, hello, fine girl. You say, who you they come fine girl? Who won't call you? Nobody wants to associate themselves with bad energy. You must be a positive energy before you do business. Before people want to hear about your business, you must be ready. By God's grace, there is nobody I will want to talk to that I can't talk to because I will know the approach that I want to use to enter you, to talk to you. As a business person, first thing you will be getting in your head is how to manipulate people's feelings. You must learn it. You must learn when to talk about business. It's not the time you need to ask somebody, how are you? You say, motor, this one, I'm selling this one, I'm selling that one. The time you used to ask the person, how are you doing? Maybe you see somebody thinking about his or her life. You are telling the person about business. First of all, talk out the person first before you start talking about business. So you must learn a key thing that you learn when to talk about business. Every time as a business person, you must learn people's feelings before you talk. And you will know how to keep a conversation. People send you payment receipts. You say, sing. Just sing.
See
How?
how.
For your money or for my. People do these things and their business tends not to grow. And you see people that patronize you today, don't come back to patronize you. Why will you? Somebody send you money, hey, money, you got tell them just sing.
See. Or even
Or
thanks.
thanks. Just thanks.
Thanks.
There are a lot of things that that is business ethics. There are people you say, oh, thank you, man, thank you.
Business communication and
Yes, you
etiquette.
must have it. You must be able to thank the person. If I'm telling my secretary that you call somebody that you don't even know if it's a woman, if it's a man, boss. Oh, thank you very much, boss. God bless you, boss. Why? is your boss. He gave you money. Without that person's money, you no go see salary collect. That's what I used to say. So you must be able to tell that person, you must be able to adore that person. So the person will feel respected. That is one thing that brings people more to business. Business approach is a vital thing. Like when people, okay, you've talked about your business now, they've patronized you. So what next? What do they get in return? Do you start giving attitude because they don't buy, they've paid for run neck? Maybe driver is frustrating the person. You are saying, go and deal with the driver. I've sold what I want to sell. Okay, because you collected your gain. Will that person come back again?
Right. Right.
Zero customer
As in
retention.
zero. Zero. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. I really wish we can. Just like I said, let me quickly ask again. I really look out for another session with with both of you individual. I think we need to talk more on this business as a thing. Maybe we need to do maybe business 101. All right, because I personally am really learning a lot because there are certain things that it is only experience that can teach you. All right, you you may not be able to read that in business books. Books are very important. I personally I love reading a lot, but most of the business books that we read around here are not are not targeted for our market. All right, they are not targeted. They are good you to be able to adapt it to maybe to the Nigerian market or to the African market. But there is a way the Africans, there's a way we do business, and I really appreciate you for this conversation we've had so far. I think I will just ask both of you the last question before we move to the last thing for this today's event. All right. The question is going to be on leadership. All right. The question is going to be on leadership. I want to ask you. I'm going to start with Miss Olalde, and then I will ask Mr. Kelvin to also speak on that briefly on what is one leadership principle. I know there are several things that has helped you in business, that has helped you thrive so far. There are certain you have, Miss Olaide, you lead clients, you speak to staffs, vendors, different people. So and Mr. Kelvin, same thing, you connect several persons. So I want to ask, what is one leadership principle that helped you to build a strong and respective relationship? That is going to be my question to you. Ms. Olaide, please let me start with you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much for this question. I think the answer to this question is it's from the it's from the life of Jesus. So leadership is service. That is one thing I have gotten to understand, that you lead by serving. So I don't come, I have a team almost everywhere. And there are times when you see me relate with my people, you think you will not know who is Jem. I've had people ask who is Jem. And I'm like, I am Jem. Oh, you are Jem. So I have gotten to understand that leadership is service. So when I'm working with vendors, when I'm working with individuals, we have one goal, we have one vision. We are here to serve this particular client. So I'm here to serve. So my idea of and my ideal vision, my ideal definition of leadership is service. When Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, he was serving them. So I can be, I don't see myself as up here. I bring myself down. I get to understand people. When you don't see leadership as service, you don't get to understand people. I learned empathy while working with group of people. Empathy is putting yourself in people's shoes to get to understand what they feel, to get to understand what they go through. So before you see people shouting at decorators, this, that. If you have an idea of what they go through to actually bring your event, your vision to reality, you understand that everybody, what we are all doing is service. So leadership is service. So the mindset and the The mindset of service is what helps me as a leader. In everything I do, I am serving. As much as I am the leader, I am head of GEM. I'm GEM Experience, I'm GEM Security. I am here to serve. Leadership is, I think I read one book when I was in school. Leadership, the ability to influence people. You are influencing them through inspiration. How do you inspire people to work with you? Some people just come, they come with the mindset that they just want to do what they want to do. How do you get people to do more for you? How do you get people to do extra for you? How do you get people to do beyond what they're actually paid to do for you if they're not inspired to work for you? So there are many people that they don't feel like they're working for me, they are working with me. So the place of inspiring people comes with service. Leadership is inspiring people through motivation. But my own mindset of leadership is service. Serve. Serve. Inspire people to actually do things. I will not bend your neck. I will not tie rope on your neck. But you want to do this because it is GEM. There are people that will go out of their way to do some certain things for me because it is GEM. Empathy in leadership is one beautiful thing I learned working with different people. When you get to see what people actually go through, you are paying them, yes. But when you see what they put in to get your job delivered, you would appreciate them. You are paying them, yes. But you get to appreciate them. You get to build a level of relationship. There are guys that would do extra for me because it is GEM. And those same people they'll not do up to what they did for me for another person. So in summary, leadership is service. How do you serve people? Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for that, man. God bless you so well. Don't go yet. We still have a surprise package for all of our guests. This one is out of the conversation, but so just hold on for me. Mr. Kelvin, you still have that same question. What is one leadership principle that has helped you to build strong and valuable relationships?
Okay, thank you for that question. Uh, Leadership should be ready to serve before you are being served. Just like Igbo people used to do it. You serve a master first before you get freedom. Do you understand? So if you go through that process, you actually understand what it means to be a leader. Being a leader entails you having human feeling. It's not just all about you. It's not just all about your business. It's not all about the money you stand to gain. It's all about you having this internal human feeling that your worker will be telling you is not he or she is not feeling fine. You say, well, look now, one take just. If they tell you that when you are sick, how will you feel? That's how me see life. I don't know about others. So people used to say I'm too petty, that I pet workers a lot. I'll say I think that's the best way to actually do in this life. Like if I can do it for people outside, how if I desire to be pet when I'm sick, I should be able to pet someone when he's sick. Irrespective if it's my worker, my friends, anybody who is, I should be able to pet that person. So for your worker to tell you, boss, I'm sick, oh, you say go and take drugs now. Do you give him money to go and buy the drugs, or you just said go and take drugs? There's something that people will do to you that you know that humanly you won't like it. Your spirit self will cause them. So I feel when someone is serving you or when somebody is working with you, always have that person in mind. Learn how to read people's feeling. Like somebody might be coming to work. If my staffs come to work, if I look at your face, I will know whether you are bothered out from home, If something is really getting you worried, I've looked at my staff before. I said, ah, Mr. Man, what's wrong with you? What are you going through? He said, oh, nothing. I called him out. I asked him, as man to man, what are you going through? He told me family problem, okay? Family problem. He started to cry. Family problem, okay. He started to cry. He didn't tell me that he was going through family problem on a normal, but I know that he was going through something. He started telling me children's school fees, house, wife, they do this one to around, a lot of things. So I have to calm him down. I said, let's take the important needs first. Your wife is giving you problem, Abi. That one will be resolved. The most important thing is how your child will go to school. I think that should be the first thing. If we solve this one now, your wife will be happy a little to give you calm head. We helped, we put hand to solve that one. And he came back the next day, he was very happy. Say the wife was happy with him. He was happy working. Imagine, imagine if I don't ask him. If he carry bike, may he go kill himself because of, see, there are a lot of things that people go through in this life that they need somebody to just say it to. That you are a boss, you must not be bossy. You must not always want people to call you boss. But no, 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 no. Let them call you like their friend. I used to tell my workers, see me like your best friend. You, if they are saying like their best friend, does not mean there are not boundaries. There are boundaries to
Exactly.
things.
Exactly.
So you understand? But they do not see you like somebody they are scared to talk at their feelings to. But there are boundaries. Because when you don't put boundaries,
They'll be slapping your head.
so
Oh, Lord.
my workers knows that when a guy is angry, he's angry in the end. That means you have really pushed him. There are a lot of things that I was doing for my workers before that because of they are taking it for granted. I stopped it, I withdrew it. Not that I don't want to do it. In my mind, I'm doing that thing for them. But for the fact that I don't want them to get spoiled with it, I have to withdraw it, making them to have their own sense of reasoning. So, in being a leader, you must be ready to listen and have these human feelings. Because when you have human feelings, that's when worker will be able to not to put poison for you, sir. You might tell your worker to go and buy food for you because because of the bad mind in him, he could put poison for you. My workers, they care for me when I'm sick because I care for them when they are sick. They will be asking me, Oga, have you eaten? Oga, have you been this one? I will even be screenshotting it. I will be showing to people, say, look at what my staff, have you eaten? Have you been this one? Let me go and buy you food. They are caring because I care for them. If I don't care for them, will they send me when I'm sick? I'm all alone in this state. They are my brothers, they are my sisters. So they should be able to care for me too. I should be able to care for them. So it's a vibe versa thing. Orgating is a vibe versa thing, but there should be boundaries. When a lady is caring for you, set boundaries. Oh, make people not talk saying you set boundaries. That boundary will be.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
So thank you very much.
Thank, thank you so much. Wow, this I must tell you, this is a very lovely session. This is a very, very lovely session. Mr. Kelvin, Miss Olaide, thank you so much. This conversation has been a very powerful one. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I just want to mention some people that commented. Sunday Jiro, thank you so much. She said, powerful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Sean Vias, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Sanjay Juro, I think, I don't know whether it is Miss Olaide or Mr. Kelvin that said your location matters when driving towards your target audience. Be part, I'm just reading some comments from the comment box. Be a part of your business. Be consistent in everything you do. Also from Sunday Ejiro, she said, be available for your business and always speak for your business. All right. Thank you so much. All right. This one is from Pastor Adara Malabayade. He said, great one from Kelvin. Thank you so much. All right. This one is from Gabriel. He said, never think you have arrived in your business. I think that's from Miss Olalde. And I think this is from Mr. Kelvin. He said, Nigeria is sweet when you have business. All right. So, Mr. Kelvin, all right. Okay, this is from Stella. She said, Mr. Kelvin, the shy man is so engrossed in the conversation. All right, right on. Please, if you have any question, all right, wisdom. All right. I think this is from Miss Olaide. Always be polite and be interactive with your clients. I think that's from Miss Olaide. Always have a backup plan. All right. This is from Shola Kenny. Great conversation. Big ups. All right. Shola Kenny joining from England. Thank you so much, Shola Kenny, a leader. And lastly, from Shola Kenny, he said, a leader that inspires is a rare gem. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I mean, this is a very wonderful session. Please do well, share this. I know you have somebody that needs to listen to this. Make sure you share this. Team will definitely work on cutting this into smaller chunks so that we'll be able to share it around. And there's so much to learn from this conversation. Once again, Mr. Kelvin, Ms. Olaide, thank you so much. Before we wrap up this session, I would want to ask that briefly, if you can just give maybe somebody's just joining now, one word of advice. Is it going to be one word now? Let me say one sentence of advice, or maybe one paragraph of advice for somebody who is, especially who is young in entrepreneurship in business, or who is starting out as a business person. What is that one advice you will tell that person? The person is struggling financially, it's not working out. What is that one thing you will tell that person before we go to one last session, before we call it a day? Let me start with Mr. Kelvin. Let me start with you, sir.
One way is build your business, build an empire of business in your heart first, then you manifest it. If you build it within you first, I promise you it's going to manifest just like you visioned it. Never look down on your business and never be shy of your business. If they call you Alatasho or anything they want to call you, let them call you. Don't be shy of your business. You must always be ready to talk about it. Don't be shy. Don't be absent when you're supposed to be present. Don't create holiday when there is no holiday. There is no holiday in business. There is no holiday. There is no sleeping time. This customer don't know that I'm sleeping. You don't have right to sleep when you are doing business. If customer hear me by 2 a.m., wallahi, I go stand up and answer that chat. So I'm telling you, I don't have that right. Customer now home you. So anytime, once it comes about business, be ready to talk. Be ready. Even though you don't really have that time. Like people will be posting, I'm sick, no business for now. When you don't wear, which money you will chop? So don't always feel you have enough to feed on when you are doing business. Because if you are removing water from this bottle water, a drop, to one day finish. To refill it will be hard. But when you are refilling little by little, when it's full, how you will be putting it there, it will make sense. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's very wonderful. Thank you so much. Miss Olaide, over to you, ma.
Okay, if there's anything I would say is do not despise the days of little beginning. Don't
Yeah.
despise your process. It may not make sense right now, but just keep at it. Keep showing up every day. Then one thing I know I must advise anybody starting businesses. Don't spend all the money you make in your business. Pay yourself salary. The entire money you are making in your business is not what you should be spending. I made that mistake a lot of time because my business was just for survival. So you're making 100K, you're making 10K now. You've made 10K profit, you go and spend everything. Save to invest back into your business. What does your business need? The reason why maybe your business is not going it's on that same level it has been is because maybe the money you are getting, you are spending everything. So that small 2K, remove your title, but save something, invest back into your business. I started an ushering agency. I started investing in outfits. We are only 2 outfit rentals in Akure, Ondo State. People used to rent uniform for ushers from Lagos. I started saving small, small, start sewing uniforms. What does your business need? Is it phone? Do you need a better phone? Start saving up for it. You don't have any excuse as a person not to do better. I sold plain t-shirt when I was in school. I did not have a shop. I would go to the market, snap, do videos, talk, do voiceover. People will place order and I will deliver it to them.
Sharp.
That was jama survival mood. Those things I learned helped me as a person. So don't spend everything you are making. Then please find where your customers are. If your customers are on social media, which platform are they on? Are they on WhatsApp? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? If they are on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere, position yourself very well. If you need to go and watch a YouTube video on how to be visible on any social media platform you are, do it. There's an optimization. Go to YouTube and search for how to optimize my business. Use ChatGPT, enter the prompt, how do I become visible for your business? So you don't have any excuse to fail. Things will go wrong. Get up and pick yourself up. It will not always make sense to start. While you're starting, you know, if the else will not make sense.
Oh,
A lot of things will not make sense, but you don't have any excuse. You
wow.
are looking for capital to start that big business. Start small. He was talking about collaboration. Look for somebody that has that resource you need to do that your business and collaborate with them. Come up with a brand name and collaborate with someone that is existing to start that business. Don't say you're looking for someone that has bikes to run logistics. Speak to Mr. Kelvin. Collaborate with people that have that existing business to run that particular business you have in mind. You don't have any reason not to start. As long as you have two legs, you have mouth. Speak to people. Somebody is doing what you are doing. How do you collaborate with them and build a brand from working with them? In all, if you are doing something and you're not seeing results, step back and evaluate yourself.
Yeah.
When I started Gem Hostesses, Gem Security, my name was Glamorous Events Managers. It was very long. I was not getting customers. My targets were event planners that will book our ushers. And I discovered that my name is Glamorous Event Managers. People will think I'm an event planner, and I'm not yet an event planner. My event planning career is in the future, but I'm bearing that name, so I changed it to GEM, Glamorous Event Managers. It was in the place of evaluating why am I sending DMs to event planners and they are ghosting me? Is it my approach? So if you have been doing something in particular, evaluate yourself. ChatGPT is my friend. I want to send an email to somebody, I will send it to ChatGPT. Help me look at it, help me rephrase it. How do you think I can do this thing better? If you need that big money for that particular project, start writing and sending out messages for grants. Start. You don't have any excuse. Collaborate with people that are doing what you are doing. Don't spend all your money. Don't eat everything. Pay yourself a particular portion of salary and invest in what you want to do. Thank you so much for having me.
you don't
Wow.
even need
This
money
is
to start
super.
business again. Yeah.
Sir?
I didn't hear you. What did
You
you
don't
say?
need big money till you start business again.
You don't need to.
So
People
far
that
you
Mm,
work,
have
they have gathered
well,
the money,
so far you
use
have
their own resources.
so far you have
Phone.
smartphone.
mm,
Eh? And you know about somebody that does that business. You can make money. And
Collaboration over competition.
see, you can start even you
mm.
doing logistics. You don't have bike, you don't have office, you don't have it. You can be your another logistic name in your house. And you be any percentage till you make up money and buy your own bike and start earning the full money. One thing is just be ready to do the business first. When you are ready, see things will fall into the place. That's just it. Be ready, be willing to do business. That's it.
Wow. Thank you so much. I mean, thank you so much. I'm really, really excited. Anytime I have event like this, when it's few hours to the event, I always have this kind of somehow this kind of feeling that how will I do again today like this? But after this event, or during this event, I'm really excited about the conversations we had. I mean, I personally, I believe my business would really uh, thrive from the lessons because it's not just a show to help others. I'm the one asking you questions. Uh, I'm the first contact person before everybody is in it. I'm the one. I'm the one getting the lesson. So I'm really excited, Mr. Kelvin of Kev Logistics. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. It has been a busy day for you. Thank you so much for creating this time. And you said maybe this is your first time of, definitely we are bringing you here again. I mean, anytime we are having business, thank you. So, I mean, there was a partner. Then one of the days, I don't know whether it was last year. Was it last year or last 2 years? Now we were talking when Sister Ruth's place and business. It was just as if you had those business ideas in your pocket and you were just dishing. I just in my mind I already start you that this man must come to my show one day. Thank you so much, Miss Olaide. Thank you so much. We've been together for so many years now. I love what you are doing. All right, I love what you are doing. I already said by the time, if God would allow me to get married, by the time I'm getting married, you will be the. But really, thank you so much. I'm really
Yes,
excited. I'm
sir.
really excited we are doing this. God bless you greatly.
Sir.
The last thing for this session, Mr. Kelvin, Miss Olaide, we ask our guest three questions. Um, these are uh, these are outside the box questions. These are not questions related, really, really related to what we've talked about. These are questions that we just want our audience to help or better relate with our guest. All right. The first question I'm going to start with Miss Olaide, Mr. Kelvin. Then the second question I'll go to. We have three questions. Then I'm just going to change it that way. So the first question is going to be the same question, same three questions. We ask all of our guests we've brought to this show the questions and they answer the questions from their eye. All right. So, Miss Olaide, the question is if you meet the same question for both of you, if you meet your 7-year-old self, what would you tell her? Mr. Kelvin, if you meet your 7-year-old, I guess maybe I should change it to teen now. All right. Okay, let me make it 7 to 12-year-old self or your teenager self. What would you tell her? So let me start with Mr. Olaide.
Okay, I'll tell her to be confident. 7 years old, 8 years old. I think I was timid up until when I got to Futa. I was very timid. Up until the day they called me up as I was given a position in fellowship. I was very timid. I don't know how to face people. I was always scared. And there's anything I wish I had learned was building my confidence. So I would tell my 7 years old, or let's say 10-year old like they, the confidence, nobody will beat you. They cannot bite you. So my 7-year old person, 7-year old, let me have this conversation with 7-year old like this. You're going to do well. you will not fail. 7 years old me, be confident. Timidity is taking you nowhere. You can speak to anybody, and every eyes that sees you will like you. That's our kind of 7 year old. All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Mr. Kelvin, over to you.
I'll tell my 7 years old Kelvin that you can make money like Dangote.
Yeah.
Dangote don't have this period though. He just this one.
Wait, but at 7 years, why are you thinking about money at 7 years?
If I have this mindset like 5 years back ago, say I will not make money. Oh. See, like sometimes I'll be asking myself, God, why is it is now that everything is just coming to my head? Like everything I see now is busy. Like I want to make money. If I see my 7 years Kelvin, I'll tell them there's nothing like ritual. There's nothing like ritual. I'll tell my 7 years past that there's nothing like ritual because I don't believe in it. So the ritual is what you have here, what you are able to give, to collect. You should be able to make out things for yourself. Know that you came to this world just yourself, just only you. Forget your parents. It's just you. Don't think about if you are a lady. I'm motivating. I'm not trying to motivate you because you are your motivation. Now you feel motivate yourself, not girls, not anybody. Nobody motivate anybody. They will just talk. All those motivational speakers, now the English you want hear, they are not really motivating you. So you are the only motivation that you can only be for yourself. So what I can say to people, to myself, then is you can actually have that thing you dream on having when you work towards it. You can have anything you want. See, I never believe I can buy a car. I never believe. It's not even the car that I'm driving that I first of all got. It was the car I bought, the eye that will be on me. It was my in-law that was there, Kels. No, 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 no. Calm down, calm down. I know this thing is there's money in business. I should calm down, I should calm down. Because then I was doing series of things that was bringing me money. So I was like, I want to tell people that it's not only a will that you do to have this money as a guy. That there are things that, even though I'm not trying to chastise anybody, if you are doing Yahoo and you don't see money, start business, start scratch, live your. See, if I'm telling people, I have friends that does Yahoo, a lot of them, they will see me, they will say, Kels, you like talking about business. I say, yes, now. Leave thing, do business and see what business will give you confidence. When you are making real money, it gives you confidence. I drive to anywhere in this country. Nowhere I can carry car and go to. And I'm not scared of police. I'm not scared of anything. I'm not scared that somebody will stop me and say, what are you doing? The day policeman asked me, what are you doing to own a car? I said, excuse me. I asked the policeman again, excuse me, he said, what am I doing to own a car? I said, sir, you may not be serious with your life, but I'm serious. When I was telling the man had to say, as you expatiate. I was bold enough to make the man understand that he is not serious in his life. That's why he's standing in that place. How much are they paying you?
You know, before they come and arrest me,
No, no. I have police people as friends. I used to tell them how much they pay, how much be your salary. See, when you are doing business, you will pay police officer, you pay people sitting in office collecting AC. I'm telling you the truth. This is true. So when I see myself that 7 years ago, I will be saying, why didn't I know all these things since? That you can actually make
Right.
out business from everything. Because I've soaked myself in business. My certificate, I don't know where you go, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't make CV when I graduate. I didn't make CV. I don't even know where that result is because I don't see
All
myself
right.
using it. Sorry to say, I don't really see myself using
Nice.
it.
Yes.
You don't have to be
Right.
sorry.
So,
Right.
You
Right.
don't have to be sorry.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wow. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. I mean, that's a very wonderful one. And one thing I just want to add to what Mr. Kelvin said, especially when he said what he would tell his 7-year-old self is money related. You see, many a times, one of the things I found out is many of us have been built with this kind of mentality to see certain things as too far to achieve.
yeah,
All right, there is an height of greatness that we see that you must die before you get this particular thing. Is that you're a ritualist, you're a politician, or you are doing Yahoo. If you are not doing those three things, so I think children of nowadays or teenagers of nowadays should be permitted. And I think one of the things I love is it from my side
yeah, it's like,
what Mr. Kelvin said about mindset. All right. Thank you so much for that, sir. The second question, I'm going to start from Mr. Kelvin briefly. Sorry, can you hear me clearly?
yeah, I can hear you.
yes. Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So the second question is going to be what? Okay, I'm going to change the question. The second question is what is one best advice you have ever received and what's worst advice you have ever received in business or in life? What is one best advice that maybe someone told you or you read or you saw, and what is one worst advice? Let's just do it sharply. Best advice and worst advice. Mr. Kelvin, over to you
Best
first.
advice. The best advice is I should see my parents like they are dead to make out things for myself. That's the best advice I've had because me, I don't seek for advice now. Um, the bad advice is people telling me there is no way you can make money without illegal as a youth. I will say it one clear. It has always been, like say, it should be a lesson of another time because I need to expatiate that for teenagers. You have a lot of things surrounding you that people will tell you, hey guy, you no go press, they do this thing, money there. There are a lot of things that you think they are good advice, but at the end of it all, you are you are entering into doom. I'm not saying they are entering into doom because if you change, like the Bible said, if you repent, you may go to God on the last day. So they might repent. So, but I pray they repent quickly.
Mm,
But always
yeah.
believe that you can achieve something in a clear way than doing a matter of things. So the bad advice I was receiving was I can't really get that thing that I want. That my friend have mocked me. It will be a lesson of another time, ja. Let's not talk about all those things that will inspire you. Because if I don't inspire you, finish. If you're not ready, inspiring are rubbish. So you have to inspire yourself first. I've seen things.
Sure.
People have belittled me. People have made me feel like I'm nothing. because you don't have this thing. You must have this thing. Before people, you will call people on their
What
phone.
is
You will not be like disturbance. If you are calling somebody and you are
Sure.
not talking about money, disturbance you are doing,
Eh, okay.
That is one thing, like sorry to expatiate more. As a lady that is listening to me, try and have something you are doing before you find Odogo to marry.
that TV actually good? That was
Again, forget actually go where no get wetin you dey do. No be actually go. Actually go.
nah,
It's
Abacha.
abacha You need to have something you are doing because if you overtask a man, the love he have for you will run away. I don't know. See, if you watch the life of Obi Kubana, go and check about his wife. The wife is not just a wife. He had a lot of businesses that he's doing. So you, as a fine girl, thinking it's all about beauty. Our host is gone.
Yeah. Find your
You,
privileges.
you think about privilege, you get all those privilege. The only thing they can do is you go to service the bed, finish. But when you have
Right.
something you
Mm.
do, you have a choice of a man. You have choice of a man. But it's when you don't have anything that you don't have choice. That's when they say you don't have choice. That choice, beggar has no choice. But if you are a fine guy, you have money, you marry the best husband. I'm telling you, the husband of your dream. It's not the husband that they pregnant you turn wife. The husband of your dream. Try and have something, even though it's one naira that is coming in, it will solve something for you. You will have mouth to talk. Not when a man, your boyfriend's phone ring, you say, hey, should not be 2,000 naira you want to ask for. See, learn how to ask for bigger things,
Urgent,
not
it's okay.
urgent 2,000 naira. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, be slided briefly. Can you respond to that too?
Okay, so the worst advice I ever got was the reason I failed at any business I did was because God was not with me.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there was this time I was selling the first time I started selling plain t-shirt. I was selling it and it went bad at some point and I started hearing people saying things. I went to basketball court one evening and I went to cry to God and somebody told me that the reason why my business is not working is because um, God has left me and God did not want me to do that particular business. It's not God's will. Meanwhile, the reason why I was failing, when I started and evaluated, I discovered the reason I was failing was something totally different. I was not doing proper follow up. I was just sending out goods, and there was no follow up. There was no structure to retain the customers I got. So that was the reason why I was actually failing. But the mindset that you did something and you failed and means God is not with you, so you don't pick up yourself, you look for something else to do again. That was the worst. That was the worst. I actually stopped selling plain tea that period because it was like God's hand is not in this thing again. So I stopped at that period, and after I evaluated, I came back and I came back stronger. So that's like the worst advice I've ever received. So the best advice I had ever received as regards business is um I'm a believer, and I am proud to always say that I'm a believer. And the best advice I ever got was put God first.
Yeah.
God will hold your hands and help you. I've learned business secrets from the scriptures. I've seen some things from scriptures that helped me as a business person. So there are times when it does not make sense, that things are not just going well, and just go back to God in prayer. I mean, I changed my name from Glamorous Event Managers to Jen, and I started getting bookings. It was still the same name, but I just used my abbreviation after I left the place of prayer. So I believe that believe something, believe something. When and yes, exactly. So when things are not going right, believe something. Because it's not working does not mean God is not with you. Because it's
Yeah.
not working at this moment does not mean because it's failing does not mean God is not going to help you. Like that was the most more advice I ever received, and I stopped business because of that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, from what you just said now, I got one theme for one of my next events, failure.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us will define failure wrongly. All right. Just like you said, a lot of people have seen failure as a sign that God is not there. All right. And I often tell people whether you succeed or you fail, it is not an indication that God is there
Yeah,
or
what's
God is
not
not
there?
there. You can be succeeding in what God is not there.
Exactly. Just
All right.
principles, not
So I think maybe we need to, yeah, truly. So we may need to really talk about failure another time. All right. So the last question, Miss Olalde, I want to say thank you, both of you. I know we've spent so much time. I mean, this is the longest amount of time I've spent on this podcast before, but this is going to be the last question. Um, if there was anybody you want to talk to right now, you love to talk to, whether dead or alive, who would that person be?
hey.
Miss Olalde, I'm starting from you. If there was anybody you would love to speak, oh, this is the question. If there was anybody you would love to speak to, whether dead or alive, who would that person be, and what would you love to ask or talk to that person? That's the same.
Never thought of that question, so it just came to me right
Yeah.
now.
If Mr. Kelvin, if you have your answer, maybe you go first.
Please help me.
Okay. If I'm to talk to somebody, Abby,
Yes,
I'll
if there
talk
was anybody, if you have a chance to meet anybody, who would that person be, and what would you tell that person?
to the lazy youths that think there is manna somewhere. Think That's that's just it. It's the lazy youth that think, because I love talking out people from them thinking they can't make out things. So I feel it's the lazy ones that I'll love to talk to anytime and tell you there is no manner anywhere. Uh, if you ask me for 5 naira today, ask me tomorrow. Ask me, what if I die? Me when you ask if I die in court, you think about it. So I feel it's the lazy ones or people that don't want to do anything for themselves. People they've already concluded that either white collar job come or let's all these, do they still give all these that you will be walking on the road, you see one big envelope and you see money, people still believe it. But it does not happen. All those ones are movie epic. That's it does not happen. So I will always talk to people that feel they can't do anything for themselves. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, I'll over to you.
Um, there's this pastor, Pastor Ibokun Awoshika. I have listened to her over time and I've watched her over time. And if there's anything I really want to learn from this woman is structure. Jesus. How she managed corporate structures and business. I think she's the chairman of First Bank. Is it which bank? I know she's a pastor
Yeah,
too.
it was.
And I've listened to her over time. She's married, she runs businesses, she's in the corporate world, and she's also into real estate. If there's anything I would really want to learn from her or really want to sit with her to talk about the structures. How did she design structures around her life to be able to manage everything? Because I get overwhelmed easily, yes. I get overwhelmed easily and I kind of create structures for myself to make everything work out. I can be in Lagos today, tomorrow I've reached Ibadan, I have shot work somewhere. So I see people doing the things I do, and I see people that okay, I'm here now, and I'm looking at you there, and that is where I'm going. And I would really love to sit with Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika to discuss structures. I've read books about structures, but physical representations and what should I do kind of questions when it comes to structures and balance is really one thing I would really want to ask.
All right. Thank you so much. Mr. Kelvin, Miss Olaide, I want to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It has been a very wonderful time. I think you guys need to just go eat and sleep. I think that's what you need to do now because 2 hours, 2.5 hours time for conversation, it's actually a lot of investment. And I personally am not taking this for granted. I must tell you, I'm not taking this for granted. And we'll try, we've had conversations with several guests this year. We'll try our very, very possible to see the and ensuring that what is today, a lot of more other persons need to hear this. I think it's really, really important. You guys have stuffs inside of you. All right, Mr. Kelvin, Mr. Olalde, lots that I think people need to hear. I don't know, maybe you can add it to your what do they call these things? This sustainable Kinecon goals of giving back to the society. All right, definitely. I'm still going to bring you guys back. All right, by God's grace. But I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Kelvin. I can't thank you enough, Mr. Olalde. Thank you, and God bless you. Until we see again, I want to say a very good bye-bye to you all. Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, everybody, that is it for today. Oh, goodness, today is super. I'm really feeling myself right now. I mean, I really enjoyed today. I know some of you are still online. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is past the time we used to, we used to use the air, but I really enjoyed myself. I was just, enjoying the program. Thank you so much. I want to thank our sponsor for today's event, Shokeni Solutions. Thank you so much. And I know some of you have already asked before if you want to sponsor any of our events or our forthcoming events. I mentioned to us that live growth confluence is coming soon, and growth confluence is coming soon. And our theme for this year's um, understanding your divine design. Understanding your divine design. I think one of the things I need to go and integrate in our program now is business. All right. Today's event has inspired one of the major um, event of that program. And unlike what I told you before, I remember I mentioned the last time that maybe we are going to have it physically, but I guess we might still be having it online this year. All right. We still don't have that release yet to go physical. All right. I already started planning the physical events already, but I guess we might still be doing it online this year. But it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be very different, very explosive, very, what's another adjective I can use again? But I want to say very big thank you. Thank you all for joining. If you want to join our WhatsApp community, I already shared the link on the comment box. All right, community, we do events every Saturday. If we are not here, we're on WhatsApp. And on our WhatsApp group, gifts used to flow. All right. So, but I want to say very big thank you. I want you to subscribe. If you are watching on YouTube, on Facebook, subscribe to Live Go to Olafisoye. On Spotify, you can listen to our podcast on Live Go to Olafisoye, on Apple Music, on where else again? Just the world. I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you. That time we see again. I want to bless you. Bye.